Last week on the Glass Cannon podcast.
The old monkey shadow owl will go first. All of you see out of your peripheral vision monsters coming out of the shadows around you.
Do not fear them. You are protected by the Keeper and his guidance.
You're all going to take 6 points of mental damage as these visions seem all too real.
Asta, we need your blade.
I think Asta is pissed and she's just gonna rip out of these brambles and just run full speed. And I'm gonna do my spell strike.
Yes.
27 to hit.
And you kill it. This door stands in front of you, just as invitingly as the stump did when first you entered Nighthold.
I don't think we should just open the door.
Talitha opens the door.
Talitha!
Fist-sized tunnels riddle the walls and ceilings about 12 feet high.
That's a bad sign.
But some of the holes are full of what look like pearls.
I wanna look at the pearls.
As you're looking at them, you realize they aren't pearls. They're humanoid teeth. And it's at that moment that all of you hear a buzzing sound. And you see, coming out of the walls, the ceiling,
Giant termites.
and the statue itself, like all these tiny little winged creatures that form together into one large swarm. And they're all holding pliers.
Oh no!
The adventure continues now.
Welcome back to the Glass Cannon podcast. Seconds ago, Sydney just got mad at Matthew and said, piss on your own ass.
What were you even mad about? What made you say that?
Didn't think that would make it to air.
What did he do to you to make you ask him to piss on his own ass?
It was a totally proportional response.
I had a cup on the table and I was ready to record. We're all getting in the zone. Troy's taking a big breath in, about to start, and Matthew just goes,
Because you were using a non-branded cup?
yeah.
How dare you?
And I got so mad. I'm sorry that I said it. I shouldn't have started off today like that. I'm your friend. I don't have to tell you stuff like piss on your ass and
me ask you
sit
this.
on it and ruminate in it. I don't have to say stuff like that.
I have to know, is this a common thing you throw at people, or are you just like, let me think of 2 words and
just
throw them
combining
together?
phrases.
Right. Piss on your own. Have you ever
it came
asked
out so
anyone to piss on their own
Did.
ass?
Have you guys ever been so like flabbergasted in a moment of just like stupid anger, like driving? I feel like driving really brings it out, like a road rage. Have you ever said something and then you're like, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
And what was that? Do you remember?
Yeah, I've driven in a car with Troy. It gets pretty creative.
I really yelled at an old lady the other day who was not going too slow to merge, and then I realized it was an old lady, and I was like, I just said something horrible to her. Now, she couldn't hear me.
No.
But I did get
because she was old.
Was
You know, I
piss
think
on
it
your-
was-
piss on your ass.
I think it was the
not
last.
because I shouted it. Full volume.
I rolled down my window and screamed out of it as
But
loud
she
as I
still
could.
couldn't hear me.
But
So
you know,
I'm ramming her, right? Ramming her onto the shoulder. She's grinding against the
Sparks are
sparks
flying.
are flying everywhere.
I don't get road rage. However,
That's not true. Go on.
but I did have some the other day, and it was actually the last time I was driving home from the studio. I was driving home, and I was excited. We had a good sesh, and I was getting onto an exit, and someone came in like 3 lanes over and come like right in front of me to the point where I had to slam on my brakes, and I was like, well, this is an accident, and somehow I didn't. And then when I pulled up right beside them, and I just went. And I was like, what is that is so like not it's like a 1980s anger, but I was so mad. I just wanted them to know, fuck you. And it was an old lady. But she almost caused a 10-car pileup. She should know that she has to give up her license.
Craziest road rage
I should have
story.
been like, hey, piss on your own ass.
Stops them dead in their tracks. And say, I do.
I don't think you should ever say piss on your own ass in a moment of road rage because it's so confusing that it
Yeah.
could cause a further accident.
Why would I?
How could I?
The sheer mechanics.
I think there's a new alternative to the flipping people off in traffic. It's the thumbs down.
Oh.
Well, that's nice.
I think it hurts worse. They can walk by. It's like
It's like I'm not angry. I'm disappointed.
I'm not angry. Yeah, exactly. It's just like
It's way more judgmental.
I feel the sting just
You
even now.
yeah.
It's like how you need another horn.
It's so much worse.
It's like social media in real life. It's like dislike
Bad.
your action.
Bad.
We should do that to each other when like someone has a really shitty turn. Just be like, 'cause that really cuts to the core.
But you can't say anything.
really does.
You can't say anything.
Right.
You just have to quietly.
We all do it.
Or like you're doing a role play and you're like really trying to do something good. And it's
your
like
scene partner.
and you stumble a little bit, and so he's just like
The whole table is like,
it's so deflating.
You're trying to have a moment and your scene partner
Right.
is just
Yeah.
is it worse
do
if it's
better.
if you do the gentle look of disapproval like them, or is it worse if you just do stone faced?
he's just like this, you mean? To someone?
Ooh.
I think the disapproval just adds to it, just kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. You let them know, like, yeah,
very
it's really
dangerous.
bad.
I don't know. I think the stone face is like, I don't really even care. I'm just dispassionately telling you that sucked.
That's worse. Yeah. That's better when you're driving too, because you're not mad. There's no anger in your eyes. It's simply
You're just a bad driver.
you did a bad job.
bad driver.
That merge you did,
Bad job on you. Bad job.
really bad.
I don't think we're taking enough time to talk about the science of pissing on one's own ass, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
Well,
does it begin?
Troy said something
I'll
interesting.
get back to you all.
Troy said a lot of tuck.
Yeah, a lot of tucking and
lot of
turning,
tuck, guys.
twisting.
Yeah, for you guys. For us, I mean, after using a toilet that somebody else used, possible something's going to happen there anyway.
Right. I think it would be pretty easy.
Yeah,
But for a gentleman,
from someone else's.
Then I'm not pissing on my own ass.
Piss on your ass. No, there's piss on your ass. Piss on your ass.
Oh, sorry. So the piss is a noun,
so
not
it's
a verb.
right.
Oh, it's not an
oh,
imperative.
it may not
go-
be a verb.
It can go either way.
I just
like
have to
the
get
noun.
someone's piss.
Piss on
mine.
your ass.
Yeah,
it's
it's-
kind of like
It's like a wish
by
that
Neptune's
piss would
trident.
manifest on
you know
your
what I like?
it's either a
saying?
command or a wish. Go on.
It has to do with piss.
Go
It's an
ahead.
expletive.
Go on.
I love saying, "Ooh, this boils my piss."
Ooh.
Right?
Never
Is that
heard
right?
that
That's
one.
I
That's
watched
new.
this Northern English.
I was gonna say, is that Scottish?
Simmer play The Sims, and when she gets pissed, which is all the time, she says, "Ooh, that boils my piss," but she says it in her accent, and it's hilarious.
Kind of like that.
And I like that better.
I like the British expression. I think it's British where it's like, I was just taking the piss out of him. That's a fun one.
It's good.
Because we do that all the time, but we can't call it that.
It is your reason for being.
Yes.
They also say
I like the way
cunt
they
in a very
talk
nice
about
way.
it.
Yeah,
Busting
that's
balls.
true.
It's the American
It's
busting
busting balls,
balls.
yeah.
We're allowed to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys can't.
You
What
guys
can you
can't.
say?
We already said it. No need. The listeners know.
Pause for edit.
Did you hear what they said? Was it appropriate?
Kate dropped
They
a
just-
really hard C word. I mean,
They say
she like landed
British
it.
people say that word beautifully.
Oh, yes.
all the
yes.
time.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like the British getting pissed. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
Getting drunk.
Yeah.
Love that.
Getting
Love that
pissed is
expression.
great.
Yeah.
That's a good. See, there's a lot of really good piss phrases.
A lot of good piss
We don't say
uses.
piss. Yeah, we don't say piss often enough.
She pissed on me and I got aroused.
That's a
That is-
common.
that is-
I don't think you understood the assignment.
I didn't hear what she said.
That's a Troyism.
when the British say it, it's much prettier.
She pissed on me and I got aroused.
That was just offensive to a lot of big groups of people right there.
Is that a yum you can yuck, Matthew? Piss play?
Oh no, I'm not yumming I'm not yumming or yucking the piss play. I'm yucking your accent,
accent.
Mark.
Ah, yes. Sorry.
Sorry.
I was using the voice of someone who's into that.
Is that part of your desired piss play? Is that you have to speak to each other in bad Cockney?
That's fun. I mean, that really takes things to the next level.
Yeah, that's true role
Takes
play.
the piss out of the pissing on
Right.
oneself.
It's good. You don't like talking about piss and poo so much. I always noticed that. There was a Giant Slayer episode that involved dung that you really didn't like. Does it carry over to piss as well?
My mood can vary.
I think that about wraps her up.
All right.
This band.
I had a good time.
Okay.
For the listening audience, everyone but Kate did a thumbs down.
We'll be right back. Well, we've started in the pisser. That's another expression.
Nice.
And now we're going to go into the opposite of the pisser because this is going to be a humdinger. Kate, I'd like you to give a summary of the last episode.
I thought you were going to ask
Oh, okay.
a
Hold on.
definition
I
of
can
humdinger.
Totally,
Yeah.
I can totally do this. I'm just get my notes.
Your copious
right.
notes.
So we're in this like colorless place. Is it the Thin Lands?
It's like muted. It's not even colorless so much as like everything's muted. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not black and white, but it's dull, and the ground's moving a bit, and the mountains are like far away, but it's like never-ending story vibes where like the mountains crumble, and it's like trees immediately grow, and we see like a giant tree stump far away, very, very big, and it beckons us.
That's right.
Talitha, you knew that we were in Nighthold, which was
smart.
fun, interesting fact.
She's smart.
Traits, the stump was a few hours away from the path. We tried to like walk off the path that would bring us back. That was wild. Once we got to the stump, there were like thorn trees, very thick around the base. And then the stump was broken at the top at a strange angle. And there's like an ornate wooden door, like kind of further away from us with a small paper lamp. So of course we're gonna walk up to it and we see a creature. It's a skeletal owl, but also simian, and the eyes are like two black shadow pools. It's a type of Gorga. I forget what kind.
Temager?
Oculi.
No. Oh, no. That's right.
Yeah.
Oculi Gorga.
The dog ones, the hounds were Temager Gorgas, and this was an Oculi Gorga.
And as we fight, the thorns would keep like pulling us in as we try to move, which sucked.
It was like the Gorga had this aura that disoriented you. Their whole jam is like messing with your senses, so you feel like you're getting lost in the dark. This whole realm has sort of a nightmare feel, and that's its jam, is like that playing upon the fear of getting lost in the dark. So you'd think you were moving one way, and all of a sudden you'd find yourself moving into the thorns, and it was causing significant damage to, especially I think it was Asta and Talitha were getting the real brunt end of it.
But Asta ended up killing it,
Yep.
which was cool.
It was unfortunate. I think I didn't get to call it a sticky wicket because it is a textbook sticky wicket.
More of a thorny wicket, but sure.
Thorn sticky.
But yeah, we haphazardly, is that my using that word right? We just kind of go and open the door, which is always a good word for
Recklessly?
us. Recklessly,
Incautiously?
Heedlessly.
heedlessly.
Nice.
Yes, thank you, everyone.
Stupidly.
We
Pissily?
Pissily.
made a choice and we just opened the door, and I hate these notes. There are fist-sized holes in the wall, glowworms on the ceiling, a wooden creepy statue that has holes in it that are filled with humanoid teeth And then suddenly, tiny winged creatures come out from the holes in the wall, swarm around us, and they have pliers in their hands.
Pliers. To pull your teeth out.
Yeah, I thought you used the wrong word at first. I was like, I don't think Troy knows what pliers are.
Could possibly be that.
And then when I started putting together what was happening, I was like,
Yeah, this is awful.
That's horrible.
Why do you hate those notes? Those were great notes.
Because I think
She hates the
about the
subject
holes
matter.
with the teeth in them and then the bugs with the pliers.
That's what they
It's
look
awful.
like.
They're like the tooth fairy things from Hellboy.
Yeah, they're very. I mean, what else could you call them except tooth fairies?
Yeah.
This is what I'm going to tell my kids
Tooth
is the
demons?
tooth fairy.
In fact, let's be honest. It's a tooth fairy swarm. Roll for initiative.
Oh, nobody likes the swamp.
Oh man!
This roll for initiative is brought to you by Demiplane. Norse Foundry.
I was rolling so well before we went on air, and then I just
Same.
rolled like absolute dog poop. Dog
Same.
piss.
Dog piss.
Pardon me, dog piss.
My roll has boiled my piss.
Oh man, I'm
Sorry
right there
to
with
hear
you.
that. Yes, thank you, Joe. I forgot to mention our amazing sponsors, Demiplane, Foundry VTT, and of course, Norse Foundry. For all your random number generating needs, what random numbers did you generate, Buggles?
19.
19 for old Bugs. Brother Ramius.
12. Sorry, I had a hard time getting that one out.
Joe, I know we've been playing this game. I know we've been playing this game for a long time, and maybe this is something you already know, so forgive me. But the object is to roll high.
Yes, that's the goal, Matthew.
You're
That is
playing
certainly the goal.
incorrectly.
You're playing incorrectly.
Talitha, what'd you get?
You want to go earlier in the round.
Yes.
Yes.
19 as well.
19 as well.
Must be nice.
Inwell. Remember Inwell? Zephyr?
That's an adjusted 6.
Whoa. Remember, it can always get worse. Worse? It can always get liverwurst.
It can't get much worse.
It can't get much
honestly.
worse. Asta.
Solid 9.
Oh, man.
Terrible.
That is real bad. Well,
What did you roll, Troy?
25.
Oh no.
I do
Have
it all.
you rolled a low initiative in Gatewalkers to your memory? To your recollection?
I have. I mean, I use the online roller on Foundry VTT.
Really?
Yeah. It saves a lot of time.
So the online roller prefers the monsters, is what I'm hearing.
Unless it rolls low, and then I roll by hand, and I just keep rolling until I get something
Double
above
digits.
17.
So you get the number that you want.
Then I update.
Something above 17.
Right. Then I add the modifier, and it's usually in the 30s.
Didn't know that's how that worked.
Not always.
But yeah, low one today, 25.
Yeah, low 25. But no, it saves me a lot of time to just do it that way. All right, so here's what's going to happen. The Tooth Fairy swarm. You know, one thing we didn't mention or forgot to mention that this statue is this like ominous statue with like, didn't I say it had like a tiger sort of pattern on its skin? And you were wondering like, is this Kanipo? And it had all these holes in it with these teeth. All right, so I am going to move 20 feet. And I want to move in such a way that I swarm over multiple of you. And so that...
No, I see that way, and it includes Brother Ramius.
It's just funny where you guys are standing makes it a little bit tricky.
Oh, yeah. No, okay, never mind. Yeah, you could totally get Talitha and Zephyr.
Yeah, I don't think I can get more than one of you.
What?
Let me see.
It's,
Oh, based on your movement speed.
Yeah.
I see. But don't you not have to take an action?
Right, but I have to move to get on you, and then I need you to roll a save.
Right, but can't you just double move and get more people? And
He wants
'cause
to
it's
swarm
not
on
an
you.
action.
why are you helping him?
He wants to
All right,
swarm
you're
on
right. You're right.
you.
I'm
Let
sorry.
him have a bad turn.
Yeah, that's
give it-
a,
you
Bad,
give
bad
him-
call by you, Troy.
no,
we can
that's
give him the
actually.
thumbs
Just do one
down
of
later.
these.
I have enough
Do one of
actions,
these.
Joe. Thank you. That's a really good point. I'm going to
Thumbs
move
down.
a little further.
Yeah, that is hard when you. Oh man, that was 4 thumbs down from 3 people.
Okay,
Pretty
yeah.
brutal.
I am
You do
gonna
the math.
I am gonna double move so that I can be on both Ramius and Talitha. Now, do either of you have an attack of opportunity?
No, Talitha does not.
Okay. I was just going to move
I have a
after this,
prayer
but
of opportunity.
both of you give me a basic reflex save.
You know what? Brother Ramius just crushes reflex. Come on, Brother. This is gonna be big. This is gonna be big, Norse Foundry.
What'd you get, Happy Boy?
22.
22. All right, you're going to take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
That ain't nothing.
They're like pinching your fingers, your nose, your ears. Just like grabbing at you with these pliers, like kind of pinching at you, but they're trying to get at your mouth.
That is so terrifying.
Swatting them away. What did you get?
12.
12. All right, so you're going to take 8 points of damage. Same thing. They're like trying to grab at your face, and you're just swatting them away, and they're pinching you, and it hurts.
I'm just going to imitate my daughter when we try to brush her teeth, which is just as go.
Yeah, just close up shop.
It's like we do this twice a day, every day. It is Buggle's turn. Oh, unless Talitha would like to go, you guys decide.
Buggles, you go first.
I'll go first. So I am going to enact the errata feature for the psychic class.
Nice.
I'm going to start using the errata, the changed psychic cantrips for my class.
How erotic.
It is highly
Erotic.
erotic. The first thing, so it's a couple of things change a little bit, and it is. I've been excited about this because, as I've mentioned, I've been watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and one of the spells is definitely inspired by Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, because the produce flame cantrip that I had is now changed to a cantrip called Ignition. Ooh. And if I read the description here, it says, you snap your fingers and point at a target which begins to smolder.
Yes, let's go.
That's amazing.
That's so good.
Which is Roy Mustang from, so his powers are morphing a little bit. They're evolving. And so he looks at this crowd of this flock of these awful creatures, and he just like snaps his fingers, and poof, there's an explosion of flame. That is an 18 to hit.
18 to hit hits.
Okay. All right.
And is this area damage or splash damage?
That's a good question. It's against a target, so.
Okay. But it doesn't have the.
But there's no.
All right, so it's against the target.
It would have splash damage if I had my psyche activated, which I can't yet. I could amp it, but.
Okay, great.
That is 6 points of damage.
6 points of what kind of damage?
Fire damage.
Fire damage. Okay, great. All right, so.
And then I'm going to raise my.
You see a couple of them just shrivel up and fall and hit the ground.
Nice.
Just like sizzling. But there's still like.
Little screams.
Hundreds of them. All right, it is now Talitha's turn.
Okay, it's a storm, so I can
just a couple hundred to go.
Here's 3 of them with a rapier.
The reason I was confused when you said that, my mind went to a couple hundred teeth to go to extract from all of us. Talitha's just going to step out of the swarm.
Okay, and just so you know, you don't have to do that to attack them. If you don't want to, they share your space. You can attack them, but you don't know what kind of powers they have to do.
I want to move. I want to decide to come after me.
Okay,
and it will pull it off. If it's going to come after me, it can only be on me and not Brother Ramius.
Right, space it out so they can't take you and Zephyr or you and Ramius.
Yes. So I'm going to devise a stratagem, and not attack. But I will. Use that opportunity to do my known weakness. So get a free recall knowledge.
So when you decide not to attack, you're like. You're like looking at it and you think, oh, I can't. There's no.
I don't see a strategy.
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't have a good one. And then I rolled my known weakness, recall knowledge, and rolled a natural 1. Can I?
What are these giraffes doing? Tiny giraffes.
I could spend my final action to just roll another recall knowledge, right?
You stepped, you devised a stratagem, and you. Oh, that's a free action. It's part of the devise. Okay.
But there's no reason I can't try again.
This is something
I believe you can't.
Talked about. Yeah, like once you recall knowledge, that represents all the knowledge you know.
But that's how it was in 1E when it didn't cost an action. Now it's like, there's a trade-off of you're spending an action to do it.
And we discussed this on the fall.
The thing is like, you don't, when you're thinking about stuff you remember, you don't instantly remember everything that you know about a certain subject. Sometimes it takes you some time to recall stuff. So I think if you're spending the action, you should be able to make another attempt.
Yeah, and I think that's the argument that we talked about on Cannon Fodder, is that people have spoken about that.
Well, really, I think the main argument is more checks should be allowed if something is materially changed. Like if you have access to more information, like a library, or if it's not this swarm, it's a different swarm that kind of is like it, right? Like unique checks against a creature versus all tooth fairies, right? Like that kind of concept.
Here we go. Additional knowledge. Sometimes a character might want to follow up on a check to recall knowledge, rolling another check to discover more information. After a success, further uses of recall knowledge can yield more information, but you should adjust the difficulty to be higher for each attempt. Once a character has attempted an incredibly hard check or failed a check, further attempts are fruitless. The character has recalled everything they know about the subject. So I'm not going to do that.
Right. But I agree with what Skid's saying. It's like, well, you still got to pay. You could pay the action. That's the trade-off. But I think there's a reason.
I think once, but if you like fail initially, then it's like you might just not know anything.
Yeah, the die. I think that the die roll represents that you don't know this. You would need to research it somewhere else to know more about it.
I mean, the thing with the flexibility of what knowledge you can roll in 2E2, I think I can make the case. Well, all right, well now I'm gonna comb through my knowledge of occultism. But instead, I'll just do a straight ahead attack action with my rapier, which is the worst.
I don't think you can do that. I believe you have to use the roll for a strike, like for your next strike, if you devise a stratagem. Just double check me on that.
Yeah, you're right. So I will instead, I'll just
walk back into the swarm.
I'll walk back into the swarm.
Just make it easier on him.
You have the action.
I'll stay where I am, and Talitha is going to Talitha is going to sheath her rapier.
Ah,
interesting.
Here come the fists.
I'm giving up.
Can you put your hands up?
And opening your mouth. Take them. Go to town.
Brother Ramius, you are up.
Meta question. Double move and then an action to do what they did to us? That's what it felt like. Okay. You know what? I'm going to spend the recall knowledge. So I'm going to, with these things swarming down on me, I'm going to try to see, like, as they were coming at me, what I can learn about what they are, what they do, or if I've ever read anything about them.
All right, so it's going to be nature unless you have some sort of other applicable lore you want to pitch
No,
me.
nature works for me. I will roll a nature. Here we go. Boop, boop, do. That is a 19.
Okay, this is indeed a tooth fairy swarm. You know you're in the place of nightmares. It's a place that has been constructed, not completely, but by like people's dreams. And if you are in Kanipo the Slim's lair and he's been tormenting children, like what are they afraid of? That becomes part of this
Getting
world.
their teeth pulled.
It's horrible.
It's horrible. Also, like, think about how often in your life, at least for me, plenty of times, you have the teeth falling out dream. Like I've had teeth falling out dreams multiple times.
Yep.
Classic stress dream.
It's a classic stress
Sexual
dream.
frustration.
Really?
That's what Freud would say.
So
I have teeth falling out dreams every day.
That's sexual frustration, according to Freud.
It's a very dream, nightmare kind of thing.
All right, here's what I can tell you one thing. Do you want to know? What do you want? Do you want to know? Oh man, they're both good. They're both good. That I could tell you.
Option A. Take option A.
Here's what I'm going to tell you based on where you are right now. You do not want to finish your turn in their space.
Well, that is a good thing to know, and that changes my John Jamsky.
Yep.
All right. Don't laugh at me.
You said John Jamsky. That's
If you want us to take you seriously.
As an artist and performer. All right, I will move out of there then.
Okay.
He knows he wants to duck out. Okay.
Okay.
Then let's see. All right, I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'll duck out of there toward the back of the room. He puts his back up against the wall. He's looking through the swarm at. Let's see. At Zephyr.
Yeah.
Zephyr's on the other side of the swarm.
Such a cool moment. There's just all these things flying, and you see Zephyr.
And he's just going to say, there's a clump of them there near the top. And he'll do an aid for Zephyr with a perception to see if he can help her attack if she's going to attack.
All right, so you're going to try and help Zephyr. Meanwhile, it's Asta's turn. Asta, you are on the west side of the room here, about 15 feet away from the swarm, all by yourself.
Oh, and he'll also share, like, don't end your turn in the swarm. Which sounds ridiculous.
Yeah.
But don't stand in the swarm for more than a second.
But Asta understands, because we've been working together for so long now.
Would you have considered staying in there to not have to use the action?
Yeah, I was going to cast a spell that took 2 actions, and I was using the recall knowledge to see if that spell would be useless or not. Kind of get a sense. And with that, I was like, well, now I got to get out of here. So
I
that was
pretended
my
to help
feeling.
Matthew by letting him know you don't have to leave the swarm, hoping that you would stay in the swarm. So it seemed like it would have worked.
You son of a
Also,
bitch.
is that like really useful information, or like could you tell me like what happens when you stay in the swarm?
They have the ability to pry your teeth out.
Okay, so like
Yeah.
if you're there when you start,
If you
start
end
their
your turn, yeah,
Gotcha. Okay.
yeah, because it takes multiple actions.
Yeah.
and they don't have the action economy if they have to move as well.
Makes sense. Okay, cool.
All right. So Asta has her katana out because she was traveling with it, but now I'm doing that classic thing with my new mages class that I'm like constantly learning and trying to do the right thing in battle. I'm doing that thing where if I move up to do a spell strike, do they have an attack of opportunity? Joe is vehemently
I
shaking.
guarantee you they don't.
I will bet all of the $10 bills in my pocket, which I think is 1.
Very
Well,
bold.
don't tell me that. I thought maybe you had more.
And also, you're moving up. So if you precast the spell and move, can't you precast, move, and attack? Because
No,
both
spell
of them.
strike
No, because
is-
the spell strike is combined with the melee attack.
It's an action.
So if I'm thrusting my katana, I have to be where you are.
Okay, and we're also sure that spell strike doesn't have a sort of thing that says doesn't provoke.
It
right?
provokes.
It provokes.
Yes,
It's
okay.
a manipulate. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
just want to make sure because it's been a while since we played.
Yes.
No, but that's
You
why
saw
I'm
both of them walk out of the swarm and it didn't provoke. But
Yeah.
maybe it was waiting.
Way
for
back,
the-
way back in a cannon fodder, Professor Eric pointed this out and basically said how neatly Zephyr's stunning fist synergizes with the Magus' spell strike because of the stunning capability, which would stop the ability to do an AOO, and then you can deliver.
That
If
would be
only
dope.
I went first.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you know what? The dice. The
Sick.
dice
But this is
decided.
only against creatures that have them anyway. So like,
Yeah.
I think it changed because we're used to first edition. It did not provoke, but that was in first edition because everyone
Everything
had
provoked, right.
everyone had attacks of opportunity. So it's like, but now it's just like it's more rare. So
right.
I would be shocked if a swarm had an attack.
That's what I
doubt
agree.
it. I highly doubt.
And
it.
you just saw your two friends walk out of it, so maybe it's super
Yeah.
smart and it knows that it wants to get you. But
I think. Yeah. She's been
That
surveying.
would be a smart swarm.
She's been surveying and she saw that you guys were able to exit, so she's just going to go for it. And she, has her katana out and Naruto runs towards it and then just swings it upward. And I'm going to move up and cast that spell.
and nothing happened.
Matthew owes me $100.
I don't think that's how it
That's what he said.
He had 10 tens.
You
in
had
his-
10 tens in your
his
pocket?
wallet.
Well, I won the bet.
And he owes me.
Very inefficient way to carry $100.
All right, so let me.
They're rolled up.
Oh, okay.
They're rolled up.
That can be impressive.
Fat
All right.
wads.
So I'm casting Gouging Claw.
Ooh.
Let me make my attack with my katana.
Okay.
Hold on, I got to calculate. Hold on. Let me
Oh, you got a
just-
calculator. Nice.
Not turning on.
Not turning on.
It's solar power.
Not turning on.
Have you never taken it out of doors?
Okay, hold on.
I just turned it on. Ah, very easy to turn on.
16.
Can't even work a calculator.
16 to hit. I didn't even need to type it in.
Miss.
Damn it.
Fuck.
Do you lose the spell? Oh, it's a cantrip.
It doesn't matter. It's
Yeah.
just, I missed, so everything misses. And that's my full action. Just a big old whing. But there's so many of them. It's just,
Also, Gouging Claw targets one creature. It's in the thing of the spell. So I would think that in this instance,
Yes, you can target a swarm as a single creature.
You can,
But
okay.
then it should have like resistances to that. That are
also,
like-
I should say-
It might say it's immune to single target
Yeah,
things
yeah.
or
I
whatever.
should say almost always, and there might be a situation where it's not true, but almost always spell strike, I can only target one creature no matter what the spell is because it's combined with my melee attack.
for sure. I just wonder. So you think a swarm is considered one creature?
For the purposes of attacking it,
that.
but swarms typically have traits that say you do half damage or you do no damage unless it's magical or so, you know what I mean? They usually
and
have.
I have stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right, but that missed either way.
But it missed, yeah. And that's the end of my turn.
I mean, Skids was targeted, right? I mean, Ignition is not an AoE, right? That is
no.
a
Yeah, it's
targeted,
targeted.
spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, so nothing worked?
yes, for the last time, I missed.
Okay. All right. Skidamarinky do. It is finally Zephyr's turn.
Okay.
All right.
That was a really Nice juke.
That was some Barry
Get 'em
Sanders
Kate.
misdirection there.
You guys are so silly. So I had my bow outside. Do I have my bow out in here?
Did you
Yes.
say you put it? Did you say?
I don't know.
There's no reason to think you would walk into a room.
It's not like it's rude to have your bow out inside.
No. But
It's like,
the
why do you
bow-
have that umbrella
But,
open?
like, what
Put
I-
it away.
like, I'm-
This is a classic instinct burning wheel thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
I'm inside. I
does she
see
have
that
to
there's
say every
not a
time
lot
that
of,
when she's walking indoors, she doesn't have
or
the
that
bow
I
out?
see that there's not a lot of range in here. I would put it away.
I thought you said you put it away, but maybe I'm misremembering.
Oh, you want to put the bow away.
I don't want to
She
have it
wants it
out
to already
because it's
be
not
stowed.
useful in tight spaces like this. Because to be a monastic archer stance,
You
I
could
need to
drop
be
it.
30 feet.
Drop it.
I just see
you could
this
drop
image
it.
every time you walk into like a room that's relatively small. Just
Yeah, that I put it away.
Hook it
I
onto
feel
your
like I
back.
should be able to just put it away.
So you think having opened
was-
the door
it was-
and looked in with no immediate threats and a small space, you put the bow away.
Even if there were threats, the small space, it's
Yeah.
just we did this in the gnome compound.
Okay,
And-
I'm fine with that. Just
cool.
remember
So
this.
We should remember this.
Oh, for when they fly up 40 feet in the air.
Troy will
How
remember.
tall
this.
is the room?
I don't.
190
Oh, 100. It's a temple. No, the ceiling is not that high. 10 feet.
Single room.
Yeah,
190
I feel like I would have put it away when I walked in.
Strange
12 feet
construction.
high. The ceiling is 12 feet high.
But
But this should be like a burning wheel thing. So now we should remember, like, when she walks into an enclosed space like this, she will habitually put her.
I feel like last episode I did say what I did, but I don't remember what that was. And I should write it down on my notes.
Okay, but I'm fine with that as long as you can sleep with yourself tonight.
Oh, how do you sleep with yourself?
I don't know.
I think
How do
you
piss on
were
your ass?
combining. I think you were combining.
Age-old questions.
Age-old question.
Live with yourself.
I think live with yourself and sleep at night.
Sleep at
Sleep
night.
at night.
know what it
Right. Anyway,
How do you sleep with yourself?
flurry of blows.
Why don't you go sleep with yourself?
How do you sleep with yourself?
Get a room.
I
for
begin with a
yourself.
gentle hug.
Well,
What do you do?
flurry of blows with my hands.
Okay, punch them
Which is
favorites.
it's weird to do
Oh wait,
without
let me
my bow.
try to roll that aid. Right,
right.
there was that little clump that maybe you could target.
And what skill are you rolling?
Perception?
Perception.
To just point it out. So I
Yeah.
got a 23.
Okay, good.
That's a
So
plus
plus one.
Sick. All right, cool. So that's plus 9. Ooh, math. 25 for
Yes.
the
There
first
you
hit.
Hit.
That's a hit. And
Punch the shit out of that tooth
damage for that one is 1d6. Now my bow is more damage than my fist. 6 points of damage.
And that's bludgeoning damage, right? 'Cause-
Yes. And roll a fortitude save.
Ooh.
Please, because I hit you.
Okay, that is going to be
I mean, it's very possible that they're immune to stun. I would keep an eye on that.
11.
Fail. So,
Okay, what are the traits of Stunning Fist?
stunning fist. It does have the
I'll show you the
incapacitate
traits.
trait.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's 5 traits.
Does it have the mental trait?
Mental?
Yeah.
Let me actually...
It was a fortitude save. Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Here. I only see the monk trait.
Yeah.
Honestly, it has the
I know.
incapacitation effect.
Yep. Okay. This is tricky, huh?
I mean, it
I
could
think
be
the-
like story-wise, like I hit a group of them and just like a shockwave maybe stuns
Yeah.
them
So
collectively.
All of them.
With their ability to fly together.
I like that.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, they're all.
They all
they're
freeze.
They lose cohesion because of the force of her blow.
Yeah.
what is the result of this? I'm just trying to rectify it
You
based
would be stunned 1.
on. Okay. And what does stun do again?
Ooh.
You become senseless.
You
act
can't
while
take
stunned.
actions, and at the start of your turn, you lose an amount of actions equal to your stunned value.
Yeah.
Dope.
Cool.
So it basically removes your reaction, and then their next round they would only have 2 actions they could use.
So weird that you could stun them with a punch.
Yeah. It doesn't seem right.
It doesn't seem right, but
That
by
is
the book,
what
it looks
the monk
right.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's 100 of them flying.
Yeah, but
There's no
it's
way you
like-
hit all of them.
But if she just drives her fist into the swarm and they're all like,
yeah, like a
It disrupts the
reverberation.
Yeah.
swarm in a
Yeah.
way.
It's,
Well, it has this ability known as swarm mind. The monster doesn't have a single mind because it's typically a swarm of smaller creatures, and it's immune to mental effects that only target a specific number of creatures.
Yeah,
so I'm trying to figure out if Stunning Fist is considered a mental effect, because then it would be immune to that.
No.
It doesn't have the mental
I
trait.
looked up swarm traits here, and it does say that swarms are immune to grappled, prone, and restrained.
It doesn't say stun.
But it doesn't say stun.
All right, so I'm going to say that works. Yeah, maybe because it has a swarm mind, stunning one of them stuns all of them.
It has
I
a
don't
ripple
think
effect.
she's just like punching one of them in the mouth.
Sure.
I think she's just like
Punching
catching
this
a
one.
bunch of the
It
way
disrupts them.
that any of our other attacks would
They all
do.
fly
It's like-
into each other. Like
I couldn't mind thrust a swarm because there's so many mines, but she could thrust. You could just like drive a hammer into the middle of
Fist
them.
thrust.
All right, so my stunned one,
Yes.
Caitlin.
Yes.
Go on.
Is that okay? Is that something you guys can say?
Yeah.
Fist thrust.
Fist
I
thrust.
can barely say it.
Fist thrust.
Without laughing, like a schoolgirl. Can you
all right.
roll the other hit? You haven't.
Yes, I
done
have
the
one
other
more hit.
yet.
Ooh, so that's a 19 to hit.
19 to hit, also a hit.
Also
Yeah, let's
Sick.
go.
Oh, 1 point of damage on that one.
Okay, you notice that does no damage. It just like
Oh.
hits them and they seem to bounce back from that.
Hold
All right.
on a second. Flurry of blows. Are they two separate blows?
No, it's one
Or do they
action.
combine for the purposes of resistance?
Oh, the damage? Good question.
Yeah, do you roll it?
For the
I think they're two separate
Do you want my calculator?
damages.
if both hit the
If
same
both
creature,
hit, combine
the
their damage for the purposes.
Oh, there you go.
Brian.
See, I-
Okay.
You know what? Bottle cap for O'Brien.
Yeah.
Helps the team, and
And hurts the team
Sometimes
on
he
occasion.
helps us.
occasionally he's helpful. All right, so that does.
Hey, isn't that your time for chaos character?
Yeah,
Or is
that's
that Nora?
Margot.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
Margot.
You got a Margot.
I got a Margot.
All right, so good round there. You're still going. You're
first
still cooking.
action,
Yep.
flurry of blows, and now I want to do some recall knowledge on like. I feel like weaknesses.
We knew there was one other piece of information that was quote unquote.
Yeah, or
juicy.
that
Juice.
whatever that information is.
Give me a natural
that is juicy.
and not a stabling lore roll.
My. Listen, the adventure path like gave me that, so I'm like, it must be useful somewhere. Ooh, natural 20. 24 total.
All right,
What
this
is it?
This is a real good one. This is a thing that like
Encounter breaker.
it's character killer.
Oh,
It has ability known as plaque burst.
no.
When this swarm is killed, something happens that causes a explosion.
Death throes?
Yeah, kind of like a death throwsy type thing. That basically everyone is going to have to try and save against this.
So like,
Keep your distance.
And it's a nat 20. I'll tell you right now, it's a fortitude save to determine what type of what happens.
so something about when I punched that and stunned them, maybe I like realized that somehow, and I tell everyone that like, just something bad's gonna happen if we destroy the swarm. We need to make sure we're away from it. If we can manage that, and
With a natural 20, does she know the radius of the effect?
That's fair. That's fair.
probably got to be the whole room, I would think. Or
Yeah,
is it only
based on
10
the size of this room, it'd be very hard to avoid it.
stay close to the walls when you're not actively fighting them. And I'm gonna take my own advice and move 25 feet away. Now, as my third action.
Okay.
Oh no.
Wow.
Let's get nasty. Top
This is
round
nasty to the T.
Top of round 2 coming right after this quick break.
Still relying on digital dice rollers for your random number generating needs? There has to be a better way. Now, there is. With the new Glass Cannon Podcast Campaign 2 cast dice sets, you can generate random numbers right on the table. No more hassling with smartphone apps or programs on the internet. No more judgmental stares from the Matthews of the world. And now when you meet that special someone out at the club on a Friday night and they ask you if you own any sets of gemstone dice, you can say yes on your way to Sextown. Get your Glass Cannon Podcast Campaign 2 cast dice set today at glasscannonnetwork.com/store. But order now, quantities are extremely limited. Except for Joe Dice. We have plenty of Joe Dice.
All right. Round 2. I could have got another action off last turn. I forgot I can fly further than I thought I could. So, No one is under me right now, and you guys have spread out pretty juicily. However, I think I can still fly. No, I can't. I have to fucking fly across.
We are so good at Pathfinder.
All right.
That's what they say about us on the internet.
Yeah.
That's right.
Word on the internet is.
All right, I'm just going to fly on top of Brother
Come
Ramus.
on with this.
Give me a... you got lucky with that first one. Give me a reflex save.
Come on, going back to that Norse well. Come on, dude. Come on. How about 27 this time? How about 27? What is going on with Brother Ramius? He's all like, wah,
Got
wah, wah.
plaque-filled teeth in there.
I think he is so scared at having a tooth pulled that it's just inhuman how quickly he's moving.
Maybe you're just scared of the dentist and you have horrible teeth and they're like,
Brother Ramius has a beautiful set of natural.
2 points of bludgeoning damage. But then give me another reflex save. They're still picking in front of you. So you're just standing in this swarm trying to bat them away from your
Oh, come
mouth.
on. This is really, you're really pushing it now. Now you're pushing it. There it goes. That's a natural 2.
Total.
Total is an 8.
You take 18 points
Oh my god!
of bludgeoning damage, and you're sickened 1.
I am down.
The healer, if you're following along at home, is down, which
Also,
means
did I
that
say
he'll be ending his
27
turn
on that last one?
in the swarm. Oh my god! I told you to stop smoking. Those teeth are loose. Oh my
Had
god!
exactly 18 hit points.
Oh my god.
No.
Amazing. So Ramius goes down. Let me just move my
Is that
little
your total
swarm
hit points,
here.
or were you down when we started at all?
you got hit once.
Okay.
Damn it. I was thinking about using that bottle cap, and I was like, I got to save it for the death throws, and then there we go.
All right, let me put the old dying condition on you. This is... Wow, it's amazing.
Wait, so this is dying too?
Because if
Because that was a critical fail.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Oh, wait. It was a critical fail?
It was an 8.
It was an 8. Was it a critical fail? You said 18 points of damage.
Wait. Yes, it is.
It was?
A fail. It's because
It was 36 points of damage?
You add 10 to
No,
that. No, it was.
Oh, he gave you the critical.
I gave you the critical. That's 18 points.
So yeah, you knew it was critical.
Yeah, I just
okay.
want to make sure because this is real bad. You went down in the swarm. Now you will move in initiative order to the top of the next round, basically. But
Shit.
wow, this is
Well, we have a few minutes to kill it so you don't end your turn there.
No, but it's
Yeah.
going to explode.
Well, yeah, we can't do anything about that.
Oh yeah. We need to lure it away.
I don't even know how we're going to do that.
Oh my god.
Shit.
wow. Tooth Fairy Swarm. Thankfully, that is all the actions it has left. It is now Buggle's turn. You guys see Ramius go in there, it pinches, and then it really it gets you right in the mouth, and blood comes out of Ramius's mouth as he hits the ground.
And he has one less tooth right in the front.
Well, it's just loose.
Come on.
Just,
Come on. Give us a break.
oh man, it is.
Dying 2 isn't enough
now
for you.
yes, I talk like this.
You have a list for the rest of the episode.
I can't.
Brother Ramius.
I can't
I'm Brother
believe
Baby.
That's so mean.
Oh my god,
He's
I feel
dying.
like I'm in middle school.
I'm Brother Baby.
I feel like I just came into school with braces for the first day.
Yeah.
I got picked up by a
And
pack of tooth fairy.
Your dad lost his job the
Oh,
day before.
and his parents, they're getting a divorce.
And everyone's
they know.
making fun of you.
And everyone knows that they're going to
Making
get a
fun of my
divorce.
sneakers because they're not Jordans.
Yeah,
They're
you got
Mordens.
you got Morden.
Morton's by McGregor.
Gary Mordens.
You got a pair of Morgans. Mordens. All
What are
right.
those Gordons?
All right, this is
God.
real. This went from got this sandwich,
We literally were just like, we're so good at this.
and now it's Buggles' turn. All of your turns, Buggles, Talitha, Asta, and Zephyr, the single most important turns you've had in this game thus far. No pressure.
Man. Okay. So Buggles his psyche is unleashed. This blizzard forms around him. His eyes turn blue. And before this entity within him immediately wants to destroy the swarm, but he fights it off for a second to restore the mind first. He reaches out to Brother
nice.
Ramius, and he does some healing for him at range.
Amazing.
That is 6 hit points back.
Holy shit.
Oh.
So he's at 6 hit points awake and wounded 1.
Wounded 2.
Wounded
No, wounded 1. I'm sorry. Yes, we already
Wounded
did.
1. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Huge.
This is,
And he gets to go before the creature.
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, you
get
do?
out.
Oh.
Huge.
Yeah.
That saves me from what I was doing. What I was going to do was just going to walk over there and try to drag you out.
That's what I was going to do. I was like,
awesome.
that's
I
gonna
imagine I was
be
going to roll athletics at a -1 to
rough.
drag all your
Okay.
books away.
Yeah, for
Why are you
real.
so
So
heavy?
many books.
Oh my god.
So Buggles
The
is
books were a bad choice.
So Buggles is fighting off this thing to do like because he knows like what will happen like when this thing is a bit. So he's like, if this is the killing blow, like this it would be the end of Brother Ramius. So he's just like, no, ugh! And you feel him come into your mind and just heal your wounds a little bit.
Amazing.
Amazing.
All right, and then he is going to snap his fingers again, but instead of this time, it's this like contracting mass of cold that like zoom, like snaps shut around it. That's good. That is a 24 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay.
Nice.
And that is. Oh, and I'm amping this.
Juice it up, dude.
So. Fuck. All right, so that's 3 points of cold damage.
Okay, and is that targeted area or splash?
It is splash. So, well, the 1 point of it is splash.
All right, but it's 3, and there is splash damage involved.
Yes.
All right, so you see that does extra damage to
Right,
it. It's
I
weak to
figured.
splash. So, a bunch of them
That
fall,
damages Brother Ramius.
Yeah,
right?
that damages you too.
1 point.
1 point.
and he falls, dying again.
He dies.
So imagine some of them just like turn into icicles, hit the floor, and just shatter into a million pieces. Hell of a round there. That was a character saver. And I need to be a little more liberal with these caps, so I'll give Buckles a cap.
Hey, yeah! You saved my life so far.
that's
If
a
we can
life
live
save.
through this encounter.
Whoever did the saving action was going to get in. That was it. Although you're not out of the woods yet, especially where you're wounded 1. Talitha, you're up.
Okay, here's what Talitha would like to do.
I'll allow it.
She's going to draw her umbrella.
Very generous.
Thanks, Trim. She's going to draw her umbrella, and she's going to do a Dr. Henry Jones Sr. move. And just kind of like open, close, and run through the swarm to aid Asta.
Wow.
So I'm gonna double move through the swarm. Yeah, exactly.
Like a distraction there.
And just kind of disrupt the swarm. And they're already stunned. Oh, they were stunned. Did you take 3 actions against Brother Ramius?
No. Oh, you.
I totally forgot.
Oh, crap. I completely forgot as well. Yeah, there was an extra actione in
It's
there.
fine. Just let it go. It's just an honest mistake.
Was it honest? I don't know about
He's a
that.
little
fault.
dishonest.
Was it honest? Look at his face. He's
it
like,
was-
No, it was
I had
honest.
You
no-
remembered they were stunned
No.
and decided to deceive
But
us?
it's insane that we all remembered it
Roll
now.
a deception check.
I think the only fair thing to do if we're going to accept that this is the reality now is that we all should get a bottle cap.
Here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to make them stunned next turn so that you actually have the
A round of them.
because they would no longer be stunned. But there's just no way to go back.
Yeah, we can't go back.
So I'm
we
gonna,
can't go back.
I'm going to run through them, open and close, just disrupt the swarm.
Okay.
And then I'll end up on the other side of the room next to kind of down here in the back corner. And I'm going to aid Asta.
Okay,
So
all right.
her turn, I'll
All right. So now that you used a move action,
2 move actions.
2 move actions, and then your third action is the aid. It's going to happen as your reaction. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Setting up the aid.
Perfect. Well, it's Asta's turn. Asta, you're right next to this thing.
Yeah, I'm. Okay, how are they looking after having this information from Zephyr? Like, if I take a strike, am I going to make them explode?
You feel like you could finish this fight right here.
They're near death.
I know.
I could try
I
to
don't-
pull Brother Ramius away if you let me go first.
You know what? I could delay until Brother Ramius just gets up and walks out of the swarm.
Then they go. Oh, yeah.
No,
you
and
could
then
go
jump back
after
in.
me.
Yeah.
You could.
So you know what? I'll delay. I think she's waiting.
That's cool.
She's using the confusion of the umbrella and stuff, and
And you
she's just
see him like slowly
Yeah.
picking his head up, and there's blood coming from his mouth, and he's just like getting his hands under him, and he's about to
and
get
you see
up.
her like wide vulpine eyes with like the red eyeliner under it, and she's just like looking at you, waiting for you to move so she can attack.
So it would be you, Zephyr, Brother Amius.
Yep. So I'm going to delay.
Okay.
Okay, and delay is an action. Uses one
No.
of your actions.
No.
Delay's free.
Readying an
That's
action.
ready.
Okay, I'm just looking at delay. I thought free action. It's a free action. That's what it is. All right, so delay is a free action, but you can't use reactions until you re-enter the initiative order when you delay. Just keep that in mind.
Okay.
Interesting.
What is going to happen?
Okay, and so now it would be Zephyr's turn.
I'm gonna also delay.
This is so fun.
Dramatique.
Tough.
You just like when people delay.
I like when people play tactically sound Pathfinder. It's just, it gets me
You
going.
just like when the rest of the table delays just to make you look
I
bad.
hold off and I say, Brother Amius, you need to get away.
Yeah, you just
now.
like that we're not
It's
gonna
go
kill you.
down.
Oh, he looks up, blood streaming, and then he just goes, I'll delay.
I stab Brother Ramius.
Right in the back of the head.
All right, it's a little hairy here. Top of round 3, though. It is your turn, Brother Ramus. You're prone.
He's going to scramble up. He's going to get up from prone. He's going to move his full complement, and he's just stumbling away past Asta like wild-eyed toward the back of the room where Buggles is. And just say, thank you, Buggles. I felt you. And he will... he will... he will aid Asta. He'll just aid Asta.
Got
All right.
two aids.
Final action is to aid Asta. Asta and or Zephyr, would you like to now go?
I jump
Are
in.
you gonna try to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Heck yeah. Let's see if I can hit. Again, I'm going to do my spell strike, 2-action John.
Let me roll the aid for
Oh, yeah,
you.
roll your aid.
So I'm just going to roll an attack action as if I attack them with the umbrella.
Okay.
Natty 19.
Oh,
All right, you'll get a +1.
heck yeah.
What's the total, out of curiosity?
That would be a 25.
Yeah, +1.
Do you want to roll your aid too?
I
Or-
can. I'm a dummy. I forgot he set up an aid for you.
Oh, I can't get 2.
Can't stack the aids.
All right, that's cool.
Maybe you aided
You can
Zephyr.
aid me.
Yeah, I don't want to. No, I do want to aid you, but I don't like retconning like that. It's a mistake on my part, and I should be held to it. That's
So that's a 19 with the +1 to hit.
she's gonna kill.
That
me.
is a hit.
Okay.
There you go.
So,
Did you have to move up to it? Correct.
Oh, wait.
That hasn't happened yet.
You're right next
I'm
to
next
it.
to
Asta's right next to it.
Oh, I don't see that on my map.
You're just not within it.
Interesting.
I'm right there. All right, so I'm casting Gouging Claw again
Okay.
alongside it. So that's I hit, and now the damage from my katana
Come on. Come on!
is gonna be 7
Okay, and that's piercing damage? Or
slashing, I
damage?
think.
All right,
Slash.
7. All right, so again, you see that doesn't all go through. It's
Okay.
still stinging.
Wait, isn't this all combined?
Yeah. That's my katana damage, and then my Gouging Claw is 1d6 plus my spellcasting
Is it
modifier.
like the...
I believe so.
flurry of
Spell
John?
strike, it's all one hit of damage, right? The blade plus the spell. Different types, but all combined together
Let me check.
in one single
I don't
hit.
remember if I add both separately.
All right, I'm looking under ancillary effects for spell strike, and this seems to be the only thing. It doesn't mention, like with it does flurry of blows, that the damage is counted twice. It doesn't mention that it doesn't. But here it says the spell takes effect after the strike deals damage. So that leads me to believe that you do your strike damage, and now your spell takes effect. If that
That's-
spell could have damage, it could not have
Yeah.
damage.
That's poop.
Well,
good.
it's
piss.
the
Bad.
way
It's piss on my ass is what that
on
is.
my ass.
That's what that interpretation can do.
It's the way my dang character works. It's all I could do. But I could still kill it.
All right, so 7 points slashing.
7 point slashing,
Plus-
and now the Gouging Claw, which is 1d6 piercing, slashing or piercing. I can do either. Do they have a weakness?
They have resistance to both.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't matter. Here I go.
Resistance 10 slashing.
Yeah,
resistance
right.
1 pierce, but he didn't tell you that difference.
That's funny. It's 7 more.
7 more damage?
Yeah.
All right, so not all of that gets through.
Come
Do you
on.
have any more actions? Can you move away?
I have one more action, but then this would be with the map, so I could try to hit with my katana again.
But then you can't move if I try to hit.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. So let me move.
I think no matter where we are, we're going to get hit with the death throw.
But if we're further away, maybe it lessens with the radius.
Would we know that? Because she rolled
Natural
that.
20, I
nat-
don't know.
Natural 20, you would know right now Buggles and Brother Ramius are out of the range. Everyone else is within range.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I
think,
go-
I think it's just in range, out of range.
Can I go share a space with Buggles?
Share a space?
No.
No. You can get... Yeah.
All right. I'll just go. I'm going to move away from the swarm then, near Buggles.
Right.
So it's 20-foot radius.
Yeah. Well, I'm still in it. I can't go any
And it's
further.
not more intense.
By the way, from
the
a meta
closer you are.
standpoint, let's not overthink it here. I think everybody's going to be fine. Like as long as nobody's currently dying.
He said it's a character killer.
He's tough
No,
because if you're already
if you're
down, if you're
Oh,
dying,
okay.
but like if we're all up, like, and if Brother Amius is out of the thing, even if it did 50 hit points to you, he could heal you all right away.
That's
you
what
know what I mean.
I'm saying. There's no space in the room where you can get 20 feet away from it. Why not try for the natural 20?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. You know what? I didn't move yet. I'm just gonna hit it with my katana for my third attack.
Okay.
See what happens.
Let's see.
Natural 4.
It's less.
Wow.
Yeah,
Natural for the musical.
Steph, do you want to go?
Yes. So
right,
I'm
Steph.
behind the statue.
Just
what I
do
want
it!
to do is
Is that
Move.
actual like providing cover and stuff?
The big statue.
is it?
Is
Yeah,
it
it's
providing cover from death throws?
You'll get a bonus to your reflex save, but yeah, it gives a bonus to its AC.
Oh.
She doesn't have her bow out anyway. She's got to punch it.
Right.
Well, no, what I was going to do was I was going to move to the other corner of the room, take my bow out, and try to hit it from afar. I'd take a -2 penalty because of the volley of the long bow. But
You do you, Queen.
You also like you're going to
do
do
you,
very
Queen.
little damage.
I do more damage with my longbow.
Do you?
It might take a little more from bludgeoning than slashing or piercing. We don't know 100%, but we know
It has resistance
slashing
to
and
slashing
piercing.
and
Right.
And it does have resistance to bludgeoning. They might all be the same, but
Don't listen to Joe. Do what you want to do.
I think its AC is 18. I think we've established, so it's not that hard to hit this swarm.
but your flurry of blows definitely can do more damage than a longbow shot.
Yeah, because I wouldn't be able to use it
You can't
if I
combine the
move
damage.
and take it out.
And you probably can't move anywhere where you'd be safe anyway, so.
I say go punch the shit out of it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
All right,
can
guys,
combine
if
your
I
damage.
die, it's
You're not gonna die.
all
He
of
is-
your
He's in your head.
faults. All of you.
I didn't say that.
Zephyr goes up to the swarm
Kick it.
and uses 2 actions, flurry of blows, to hit.
Okay.
First attack. That is a 19 to hit. That hits.
Okay. Okay.
1d6. That's a 4.
Just roll the
And-
second attack.
Yeah, it's still up.
And because I hit,
Well, this is gonna
the
get
stunning
combined.
fist happens
All right.
again.
It was stunned anyway.
Oh, right. It's
But
done.
if it lives for another round after this,
Got you.
we could still, so you'd need to do a fortitude save.
Okay. Fail.
Sweet. So you're going to be stunned for another round.
Okay.
This is
And
really
now the
effective
second
on
one.
this swarm. It's really cool. No, you didn't.
Bottle cap.
I don't have one.
Did you nat one?
I do cool stuff all the time. And today he's like, you know what? The economy, inflation's down, or whatever, however it works.
These are non-transferable now, right?
Yeah, we
Side
did
of that.
say that.
Oh God.
So that's a nat 1?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
And
No, it's not.
it is.
All right, Sarah Brown from South Portland, Maine.
Maine.
Oh,
Hi, Sarah.
South
Sarah.
Portland, more. What up?
Sarah.
What up, Sarah?
Sarah.
This one is called "This Isn't Happening."
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
There you
You
go.
can't believe what just happened. Your embarrassment presents as the spell hideous laughter as you laugh at your mistake. You are slowed 1 and cannot take reactions for 1d4 rounds.
Does that start this round?
No.
Okay.
Not
So I
in the
can still
rules
move
the way
away.
slowed works.
So 1d4
slowed, like if you're
rounds?
slowed in the middle of your turn, it does not take effect until your start of your next turn.
Okay.
Okay.
So when you regain your actions, you regain 1 less action.
Cool.
So
fewer.
it's slowed 1.
1 fewer, sorry.
Slowed 1, you said?
Yes.
And then 1d4, 3 rounds. Cool,
You
cool,
can't
cool.
take reactions.
Cool. So something about hitting with my fists, it's just so embarrassing.
Made Zephyr laugh out loud maniacally at how bad that swing was.
Yeah, I'm trying to play it cool. Like,
Not funny.
not a big deal, guys. We're going to kill it. Anyway, so I miss on that one. And with my final action, I move away
That was it.
behind.
You moved up to it.
I moved up. Flurry of blows is 1
Oh,
action.
1 action. Great.
And then I want to move back where I was again,
Yes.
behind the statue.
Perfect.
Okay. It's the Tooth Fairy Swarm's turn. It's stunned. I'm going to keep that stunned, so it'll be stunned for another round because I didn't do it last time. However, I am going to come after Ramius and Buggles.
Oh no.
Give me a Give me a save.
You guys had to kill it. You had to kill it.
Save of the reflex variety.
15.
Okay.
Again! Yeah, 14.
14 and 15. All right, you both take 4 points of bludgeoning
You're
damage.
still up,
Oh my gosh.
right?
I had 5 hit points.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Let's go to work!
The range of emotions we've seen in like this 10 seconds.
No, for real. This is
Yeah.
wild.
All right, so I'm going to keep stunned on just to retcon the stun that didn't happen, and now it is Buggle's turn. You see, there's just there's not
my
many
God.
of them left.
I can't believe we can't kill this damn thing.
All right. Buggles is going to move into the opposite corner of the room. And he is going to, with his last action, with his Psyche Unleashed, with the power of Siaka-Ak, he enacts Frostbite.
Frostbite, okay.
Although this is actually going to be a fiery version of Frostbite.
Hot ice.
A little bit of hot ice. So, yeah, so I'm going to, okay, so it's 120 feet. And I am going to use my last amplification point to amp it. And an orb of fire closes around this thing.
This is your last amp? Is that what you
My
just said?
last amp. Okay, that is a 26 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's a hit.
Troy is so happy. Look at him. He got us! Oh.
Okay. That is 9 points of fire damage.
Okay. And it dies.
Okay. And now,
As
Now.
it dies, they all like burst into this sticky, foul-smelling white dust that covers Brother Ramius and spreads out to Asta. Both of you roll a fortitude save.
All right, just the two of us.
Oh.
Okay.
Just the two of us.
Sid and I.
We're gonna die.
All right, this Norse Foundry John is due for a nat 20, and that's the only thing.
calling a shot.
Save Brother Ramius. Here we go. I have to call my shot because it has to be.
You have a bottle cap.
It has to be.
You have 2 bottle caps.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, what I'm saying is you wouldn't use a bottle cap because it has to be a natural 20. It's the only roll.
Oh, I see.
Natural 2.
So you're not.
Use the
That's
fucking
actually
bottle
a
cap.
fumble.
Use the bottle cap.
Well, here's the thing. Keep in mind, it could take 100 points of damage right now. Well, that
I know, but I would go to
massive
dying 3 right away. So, like,
But then you can stabilize with the bottle cap.
correct.
Oh.
So that's why I don't want to spend it. So I'm not going to spend it.
Okay.
I got a 17.
17. Okay. You both failed. And your total was
Oh, sorry, my total is 6.
6. You critically failed.
Yes.
we were just joking about this before the show, how Joe will just declare failure and not issue the actual result.
Death Throw's type abilities are character killers. This is a Death Throw type ability. However, you're sickened 1 and you're sickened 2. That's it.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
Fish.
I'm mad.
White powder is sickening.
Why?
I'm so mad.
So someone rolled a
played.
natural 20 on a recall of knowledge, and you lied?
This was a lot more fun, making you really nervous about what would happen.
How do you sleep with yourself at
So
night?
you
How do you
lied,
sleep with yourself?
extended the combat unnecessarily.
I'm not even putting sicken on my character. I'm so angry.
It's gone.
That's hilarious.
Oh my god.
After you have a character die, you really act differently. Like with this, I was like, well, all right, Asta's gonna die,
Yeah,
and
what's
I'll
the
just
point?
make a new character, and I'll just have to figure it out. No big
You
deal.
start
Oh,
thinking.
you mean act differently? Like, who cares?
You just after
death.
experiencing death of a close
Let me
personal
explain
loved
death
one.
to you, Kate. You get to a point where you realize nothing matters.
Yeah.
And there's no point in trying or being good at anything.
Are you there already?
Me? No. No.
Man, that combat was sloppy as fuck, but it was fun.
That was really fun.
Really fun.
That was a blast.
You show me a tactical combat with a swarm that isn't sloppy, and I'll show
think it
you a
was
bunch
pretty
of
good.
liars and cheaters. Unless, of course, you're just like, oh, we're a party of evokers. Like, okay, great. But, like, outside of that, it's always a mess.
We checked ourselves so many times too. We were really good.
It was fun. Yeah, we did. I meant sloppy in like the play and also in just like the way we kind of
It
played
wasn't
up.
like it was probably. It would have been visualized. It would have been comical.
Yes.
Probably.
But again, you're
Whiffing.
fighting tooth fairies.
Whiffing.
Yeah.
You're fighting.
It's among our
Good
goofier fights.
Yeah.
What happens now? Like you're a little beat up from the oculi fight and this tooth fairy swarm, right?
Does you fairies have anything on them?
You guys search the room.
Brother Ramius collapses to the ground, slides and puts his back up
Did they
against
get
the
any
wall
of your
and just-
teeth?
Oh, no, I think I'm all right.
Okay. Oh God.
That's how your
mouth
teeth
is
looked
bleeding.
before?
Looks up at Talitha. Sadness in his eyes.
Asta would like to do a perception check with all these teeth that are around to see if there's any with gold fillings or gem art on the teeth. Anything of value.
Oh, Sydney.
Whatever. Nat 20.
Man, I must be feeling generous, but that was just a very astute thing to think of. And in fact, a few of the molars that are in the statue have gold inlays.
Oh.
Amazing.
And they're worth about 4 gold pieces altogether.
Holy smokes!
So here you go. Here's a bucket.
Put it on the books.
Oh, all right.
Thank you.
This is a 3-cap app.
3-cap app.
Gold
Guys,
and a
everyone
cat.
cheers your caps.
Yeah, everybody-
all of us.
A cap for
All of
everyone.
us.
A cap for everyone.
One for Francis. One for CJ. One for Matt.
Good
Yeah,
stuff.
we can.
Either a thumbs down or a cap toast.
Yeah.
For all those who earned it. Yeah, I mean, they're very astute observation. 4 gold pieces, that's too shab. You can split it 4 ways and just
Nope. I put it in my pocket.
not give it to anybody.
Yep.
But yeah, nothing else of real interest in the room except this ominous statue staring at you.
And we already investigated the statue, right? We determined it. We couldn't determine if it was Kanipo or not.
Yeah, I mean, because you don't know. You just hear, you've seen a shadow that you think might be Kanipo. You've heard other people describe what you think is Kanipo, but you're not sure. Terrifying yet majestic statue of a lanky, striped-skinned humanoid monster. Its wooden flesh pocked with pearl inlay. Oh, those aren't pearls.
Oh.
Those are teeth. It does, however, seems like a grandiose version of whoever this is. So maybe it's being sort of made to look more impressive than it is.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's really
An
what you're
idealized version
Yes,
of the subject.
Yeah, it does seem to have that feel. And then on the ceiling, there's just,
Yeah, I was gonna ask,
The
like, is there
glowworms.
anything with these glowworms?
it just seemed to be providing the room with this faint little light.
There's a real Tim Burton quality to this whole place. And I don't care for it.
I don't like it.
There is one door, right? There's another door.
Yeah, there's one door leading east out of this room.
All right.
Brother Amius has been, for the last 10 minutes, just patching himself up. And he did a really good job. And he's going to continue to do so.
Talitha did the same for herself and did a less good job, so she'll also drink an elixir of life.
And then he's going to, continue to... and he crits on the second treat wound, so he's going to be back up to full.
Okay.
Unless I really, really trash the roll, which I don't think is going to happen. Nope, that's it. He's got it.
Is everybody else? How are you? And how
I
are
didn't
you?
get hit.
Nice.
Buggles okay?
Buggles is hurt, and he got some temporary HP from that last frostbite cantrip, which are gone now, and he's just like, ugh. And got some like wounds on him as they attacked him.
Brother Ramius comes over. He's got like gauze on his neck. It's like wrapped around, and he's covered up the wounds. And he comes up to you, Buggles, and he will treat wounds on you for another crit.
Oh, nice.
Badass. How much were you down?
8.
23.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Crush that roll.
He's got some band-aids, and he's just like, oh, that's much better. And no, I'll save that.
Okay.
I'll save that.
Shall we continue through this next doorway?
Yes.
Zephyr puts her bow away again.
Okay.
So we go up to the door.
Can I just examine the pliers real quick? I just want to see, like, are they mundane, actual
Rusty
clank?
old.
They land on the ground. They have weight. They're heavy.
Rusty old pliers. Yeah, you don't want those in your mouth.
Weird. And how many are there? Were there just like hundreds of pairs of pliers?
Yeah. And not all of them had pliers. Some of them were just like poking and prodding, like directing the others towards
yeah.
you. But yeah, there's just like all these tiny little rusty old pliers. I imagine these things were like fist sized. So, they had like not needle nose pliers.
But yeah, little. Gotcha.
Yeah. I already deleted the character, but the ability was pretty sweet. Like if you end your turn in there, it's a 3-action thing to pry, and it takes out your tooth, and you get the bleeding condition because you're like bleeding from
That's
that
so
hole in
cool and
Do you
awful.
Do you take charisma damage or anything?
I'd have to. I don't think so, but it'd be interesting how you roleplay it. Like, does magical healing just grow a tooth back, or do you have to hold it in place? But it didn't happen. I'm looking at it. I'm like, man, this is gonna be really hard to happen. And then you go down. Like, oh my god, this is perfect.
Perfect.
I was wondering how it would actually work.
All right, so listen at the door. That's going to be a 23.
23. You hear scraping across the floor, shifting. So there's someone on the other side of the door.
Should we just go in?
I know you weren't there, but last time we heard this noise, it was a living sunflower,
What?
and it almost killed us.
What?
Just exactly what I said. Did you not hear me?
Wow,
Or-
no, I just, to imagine it,
Yeah.
scary.
You've never encountered a living sunflower.
Can't say I have.
So I would be careful
Okay,
somehow.
well, I'm going to open the door now. Here I go. And she has her katana ready, and she would like to...
You open the door.
Oh boy.
Oh,
you... I see something.
Let's talk about this.
Not good, not good, whatever
I'll
it
say
is.
the first thing that happens.
I don't see it. What's happening?
you don't see it? Oh, I forgot.
I closed the door.
You open the door, and you are the only one that can see into this room. I'm going to describe the
Zephyr can
room.
see also.
I can see it as well.
Oh, can you guys?
A little bit.
How
I can
much
see like
can
a
you see?
sliver.
All
I
right,
can
yeah.
see into the room. I don't see anything.
Oh yeah,
scary
actually,
yet.
Zephyr has the best view of the room. Brother
Of,
Ramius can't
what's in
see
there.
anything. Where's Buggles? Buggles, yeah, no idea. Buggles, you see a
Are
table.
they scared of the table?
I see a table.
What are they so nervous about? It's just a
Apparently,
table.
Host is terrified of meetings.
All right,
Board meetings.
I mean, same.
let me explain what some of you see, and then I'm going to explain what happens. So, there's a long wooden dining table that all of you see, sitting under what looks like 20-foot high ceilings. The ceilings are higher in this next chamber. You went from 12 to 20. Asta, you get the best view on this. To the south, there are large slabs of meat, sort of stocking a crude pantry of some sort, and there's humanoid skulls lining the walls in small, randomly spaced niches, each filled with a glowing larvae, maybe one of these glowworms that create this macabre, like lantern effect throughout the room. And you wonder, like, what kind of meat is that if there are human skulls there? That's the immediate thing that goes through your head. There's a passage to the north that looks like there's some more doors up there. However, what Zephyr, Talitha, and Asta can see that Buggles and Ramius cannot are two situations. There is a decked out female centaur.
What?
And it's amazing that
She's big.
The beauty of Foundry VTT, that you cannot see this and that they can see this, is so fucking great.
She has quite a large sword, too.
There's a lot going on. She's
What?
strapped
What?
across her chest is a scarred black breastplate, scarred like she's been in a lot of battles. And behind that is like a long moss-colored cloak. And she holds in one hand an enormous longsword, and in another hand a huge steel shield. She also has several spears sticking out of her back, and atop her head is a horse skull that's been like stripped of skin and bleached and turned into like a majestic helm. Okay? And of course, if you're not familiar with centaurs, she has the body of a horse. Let me show you her image first, since some of you can't see it. Right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Also,
so
she's wearing a centaur cape, which I've never seen before.
Yeah, it's like
it's a
goes over the
long
whole-
moss cloak that covers her horse butt.
My God.
I mean, she just
This is.
imagine opening a door and that's what you see.
I mean,
I'm just going to pass you a note here, Troy. I want to make sure you're aware of something before we continue. I
Okay.
didn't want to say it out loud.
Okay. Joe, pass me a note.
Why
Okay.
are you having secrets with the GM?
The secret is we are second level.
This looks like a 15th level
You guys
paladin
stumbled.
centaur.
You guys stumbled
She
into
better
a
be a
later
friend.
I
part.
hope she's a friend.
Yeah, she
Like-
better. She looks not the meanest.
Yeah, she could be a friend. I don't
But
know.
she
She
looks
just escaped
bad.
the tooth fairies kind of
Maybe.
situation.
bad.
She has a determined expression on her face, not
Yeah.
necessarily a hateful one.
serious.
Couple things. One, this whole tree is in book 2. You guys jumped ahead to book 2, so you're way
Wait,
under
really?
leveled for this.
Whoa.
Secondly,
Wait,
Wait,
actually?
what? I'm
No,
sorry.
he said he wanted to let the players drive.
I'm sorry.
You know?
you guys drive the ship.
guys drive the ship.
We sorry. We jumped ahead.
Listen, I might be joking. I mentioned there were 2 situations. The second situation, if that isn't bad enough, this one is more creepy and weird because floating right in the shadow
In the shutout.
the shadow of the centaur is a tiny little sphere floating, about a foot in diameter, okay? And it looks to be made up of like knotted cords of muscle and blades with a single eye in its center that's just staring at you. Like it darts its eye right at Asta as you walk in. And the centaur speaks up and says, "Please, come in."
Asta steps through the doorway, nimbly, slowly.
Zephyr will also slowly because I'm not listening to that lady.
She does seem to have an authority.
Yeah.
Aletha will close the door.
And we'll see you next time.
Your meeting may now begin.
Aletha will join them.
Yeah, Asta steps into the room, but she's keeping her distance from this woman going behind this table, kind of putting the table between her. And she says, "Hi. Sorry if we are interrupting something. My name is Asta.
Okay.
And yours?"
So Buggles, you standing at the door there? You come in?
I'm
Oh,
Buggles.
come on. Yes, I can't do it.
Just want to know.
Buggles is like he's just sort of cowering in the door frame. He's not stepping into the room. He's in the frame.
That's okay.
Everyone else kind of finds their way in, and as impressive as the centaur is, that creepy little ball looking at each of you, it's just like you can feel its barbs on your skin, even though you're 20, 30 feet away from it. It's just looking at you, and she says, "Asta, who else enters the court of Canibo the Slim?"
Oops. Not a friend.
I'm Zephyr.
Zephyr. Looks at you, Talita.
Aletha Breakwater.
Breakwater.
I'm Brother Ramius of Latria.
Brother Ramius. And you there at the door.
He's like mouthing Buggles, but he can't even muster a sound.
She closes her eyes. Buggles. I am Salah. Captain Salah. And you stand in the presence of the former enemies of Kanipo. She gestures at all the skulls in those little burial niches. Their skulls gnawed clean and preserved. Let me ask you this. What makes each of you so special so that they would open their gates unto you?
Special? I don't think we consider ourselves particularly special. Victim of circumstance.
We're trying to find that out.
We don't know why the gates opened. That's why we're here.
So, you have been chosen.
Well, chosen, perhaps, but if so, by whom?
We chose ourselves.
Have you gone through the gates?
I am here, am I not?
Oh, okay.
Chosen.
Okay.
I I have always enjoyed the choosing, most of all.
The choosing, what do you mean?
Before I joined forces with the Slim, I was forced to watch from the shadows at my prey, sometimes for months on end, watching their every move, learning about them, who they were, what they prized most in life, what they feared. And when there was nothing left to learn, I ended them and then moved on to the next. While I regret not being able to have the time to learn about you as the Slim has, I promise I will take my time with you, posthumously, to learn everything about you, inside and out. You are not worthy, and I will prove it.
And she rears up her horse legs.
What is going on?
And we'll see you next week.
What is going on?
Did we fail that?
Doesn't make any sense.
Did we fail that dialogue? Did we do bad and now we have to fight her?
A mounted knight warrior?
You guys got your asses pissed on.
I just pissed on my ass. I got
On my
scared.
ass.